What is up, my brothers and sisters? Now, I've presented this video before, and well, I'm gonna present it again. It is a video that Mavi777 had presented, and I like that Mavi had changed the name to Attention. What you call red sun causes forest fires just like this. This is absolutely correct and true. Thank you, Mavi, for stating that, because this is exactly what is causing it. And it's not man, it's not weapons, it's not people starting them, it's not any of that. Let's see if they play a replay of that. Wait for it to come back. Here we go. Y moñita. See if we can see that again. All right, so I don't know if they. So we'll just start it over. Here we go. Ah, no! I hate it when the phone does that. Here we go. Bang. So from the looks of it, it appears that if it was the military, they absolutely missed and they suck at using lasers. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe when they put the weapon up there, its crosshairs were not in line with the weapon itself, which sucks because now either you have to have somebody fly up there and correct these crosshairs, or you're just going to have to go with, almost like being a sniper, right? Like, it's a little to the left, off about 2 clicks, taking wind into consideration, speed, length, right? Like how far the bullet has to travel. But with lasers, they're instant. So, high-powered and very hot. So, with that being said, it's from a weakened magnetosphere and the sun's energy. So technically we're like ants under a magnifying glass. Then I wanted to show y'all something right here. There it is. Is it just me or do you all see a lot of pictures like this? Like I'll be like scrolling through YouTube, right? And going through the videos. And then like all of a sudden I come across this picture of somebody. Why is it so slow? Look at my phone. So yeah, somebody who looks like this, right? And then they have the background of the they have the background of the video of what they're about to present, or it's something like this. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh my gosh," right? They're like, "Emergency." They're like, "Look now," right? Like, I don't know. I just find it kind of weird, because I see it a lot and I see a lot of people doing it. And it just really is a cause for concern. And one would have to ask yourself, because like me, if you're like me, my mind wanders and, I question everything. And then when I question everything, I have to look at the possibilities of why, because I'm not able to ask anybody. So I have to put myself in their shoes. And I'm like, why would you make a picture like this when 10 other people that I literally scrolled past have the same picture? So either this is people that work for the system, which may be most likely. But also another most likely scenario is that I'm always talking about organic and inorganic things, such as the train derailments, the buildings exploding, what else? All the other stuff that everybody's crying about that they never cared about before. So as far as inorganic or organic, this can happen both ways. Like, let's take a train derailment, for instance. Inorganic would mean that somebody did blow up the rails or they forced some kind of derailment. And from there, it's like they wouldn't have to do anything, because as soon as you have this state of mind that somebody has done so, every natural organic derailment, people are going to say that about that derailment. No ands, ifs, or buts. What is usually happening and has always happened, they can, like, let's say red flag 1. They wouldn't have to do any more after that, because every natural derailment that happens, you're already going to have the state of mind that somebody did this, okay? 2, that somebody has done this and it just organically happens by itself. And then, like, basically, people follow suit, right? They're like sheep. Or YouTube is telling them to do this because this is what gains attention and sells and makes videos. Okay? That is my take. It's fairly obvious and it applies to everything, such as the power stations that people were saying were destroying. Nobody ever touched them. They wanted people to do that, or they wanted you to believe that, right? So with that being said, then somebody was telling me that they have to wear masks again at the like hospitals and all that because like the things coming back. And I told them, basically I just looked this up, but I pretty much told them the same thing. When you wear a mask, your breath is creating a humidity, okay? This is going to clog your pores. Not to mention, humidity trapped inside somewhere that can stay moist is the perfect grounds for bacteria and life to create. It has all the elements on this planet, such as us, that we are made out of. Think of it as a womb, okay? You're breathing into darkness. What was heat is now combining with cold. So you have heat, cold, you have humidity, which is water, right? And then you have darkness. All of this is the perfect breeding grounds for bacteria, microorganisms, and not to mention, you're clogging your pores with all the humidity, the grease, the dirt that's stuck on your face, right? So it doesn't matter if you change masks. You're just recreating the same, how do you say, ecosystem inside that mask with your mouth, right? So this is the reason why this happens. There's nothing you can do to get around it besides fresh air. That's like when you get a bad cut and it looks like it's getting infected. Well, take the bandage off and let it get some air because you're keeping it moist. This is the perfect breeding ground also for bacteria, which then creates infection, such as a cut, and you keep putting band-aids on it. And then you take a bath, and then you sweat. You're creating and trapping the dirt. I do tattoos for a living, and this is what I would tell people because, when people get a tattoo, they always put like the plastic wrap on it and they put the tape on it. Yes, you can, but it has to be very clean. And then I tell people to do it no longer, and I don't even put those on. I just let it air out, right? Like get some air, right? Like let it dry. From there on, you can put ointment on your cuts, for instance, or the tattoo. But like if you keep doing it, not only are you like you're also trapping that dirt and bacteria underneath that ointment. I'm like, dude, let it air out. And then people always want to pick at it and then say that it was my fault. When I'm like, no, I can tell that you literally pulled a chunk of scar tissue out because, like, I'm covered in tattoos. And, I've been doing it for a while and I've got enough to know what, you did. So from there on, your cleanliness is up to you, right? So, I don't know. Just some things I wanted to touch up on. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day and blessings and strength, and may the rest of your day be wonderful.